This podcast is brought to you by the School of Advanced Study, University of London. All of our podcasts are available from our website, www.sas.ac.uk.
So the Women in US Foreign Policy Interview Project at the Institute for the Study of the Americas has just launched its hub, and it's to be a place for academics and researchers, people that work for international government organisations and government departments and so forth, to bring them together to examine the relationship between women and US foreign policy. The hub has a number of key components to it. The first one is the recordings of interviews that I've made and other colleagues have made, interviewing people about the relationship between women and US foreign policy. So there's 4 categories of people that we're interviewing. First is women that are involved in US foreign policy. So that could be from a US State Department ambassador to one of the interviews I did was with the former Secretary of State Madeleine Albright. The second category is people that have been involved in implementing gender equality within the US foreign policy strategies. So that could be people working for USAID, or for example, recently in the last couple of years, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has launched the QDDR, which is a State Department review, and in that she looked at implementing gender equality as an element of US national interests. So the third category of interviews of people that we're going to interview are women affected by US foreign policy, and that's a direct affectation. So for example, an Iraqi woman who works for a organisation in Baghdad, for example, would be a good example of someone that we would interview. It'd also be Afghan women, but obviously because we're the Institute for the Study of the Americas, it would also include examples in Latin America. Now this is positive examples and this is also negative examples. The fourth group is to interview people, experts that can talk about the relationship between these three former groups that I've just spoken about. A fundamental part of the project and a fundamental part of the rationale of the Institute, and that's to promote and facilitate the research of others. So we need to create an identity and a space where people can communicate and talk about this subject. So we have a forum and a groups aspect to the hub, and this is where people can engage in the material. So it's, for example, what questions need to be asked? What questions need to be refined because of various bias that has been exposed by their understanding of the subject? These kinds of questions, this is where we want community engagement. So the first blog has just gone up, and it's with Dr. Nora Benzahel for the Centre for a New American Security. So please go to the hub and check it out, and please put your thoughts and perspectives on the interview.